What do you want to say? We are out here on the ground right now. We are at this massive No Kings action in Chicago. Thousands of people. I mean, it's hard to get a sense of scale right where we are located at the main stage. You can barely see, but there are tens of thousands who are still walking into the park as we speak. I mean, the kind of signage that we're seeing out here today is very clear. The people in Chicago reject ICE. They reject the Trump agenda. I mean, people we were talking to earlier today said this is larger than the last one, which the last No Kings Day action was the largest in U.S. history. We saw footage coming in all around the country, whether from Charlotte, North Carolina, to Virginia, to all across the country. We've had footage come in to us, breakthrough news from the actions all around the country. In New York right now, huge demonstrations all across the country. So we're waiting for the official program to get started here in Chicago. But I'll tell you right now, there's just so much energy in this crowd. It's really incredible.
Selection we're going to do is from an upcoming album called Blues Is My Biography. The song is entitled Begging for Change. We want you to join us. Let's practice. Everybody say, begging for change. Begging for change. The whole world's begging. The whole world's begging. All right, let's do this. Brother on the corner, ask for something to eat. I look down and I see he's got on his feet. He says, all my kids are hungry. I'm ready to do. Brother, can I get a little change from you? Begging for change. Begging for change. The whole world begging for change. Begging for change. Begging for change. The whole world begging for change. The working class needed a raise, but they can't make it on minimum wage. Politicians keeping our feet occupied. The rich getting richer while the poor are denied. Time to divide. Time to keep the love locked up inside. Just open your heart, let love come through. Right now we all between me and you. There's a man on the corner, husband to beat, sister and a babies with nothing to eat. The same old game with an invisible rope hanging from home on the road. Begging for change, begging for change. The whole world begging for change. Begging for change. Begging for change. The whole world begging for change. Begging for change. The whole world begging
here named Dee. She's been active with the Chicago Teachers Union, she's been active with the Steelworkers Union, and she said no kings today. We are here to protect our community from attack from the federal administration. We are here to say no to ICE. We are here to demand access to health care for our communities. We are here to demand a stop to the attack against our queer and trans communities. We are here to protect the freedom of the press, the freedom of assembly, and the freedom of speech. We are here to say, in these United States of America, there are no kings. Today, we are committed to non-violent protest and de-escalation. Before we get to the speakers, a few housekeeping items. Please follow the safety marshal. They are the ones in the yellow vest. They are volunteers. Give them a shout. If you need medical attention, there's a medical tent in the north. There are also medical professionals walking around. Finally, if you see anyone who's getting arrested unlawfully, there are people in green hats from the National Lawyers Guild. Tell them or someone in the yellow safety vest and they will be able to help you out. We have some amazing people here today, and there are many people on the front lines. It is incredible, inspiring to see people mobilize out there, joining rapid response groups, taking the Know Your Rights training, and just informing the communities. So you're going to hear from some of these folks today. Please join me in welcoming Enedita Rendon, Vice President of Immigrant Justice at the Resurrection Project.
Buenas tardes. Yo me llamo Enedita Rendon and I am with the Resurrection Project. I am a proud Mexican immigrant. Que viva Oaxaca! I really wish that I could stand here and talk to you from a place of power. I want to be able to tell you that what is happening right now to immigrants, to Mexicans, to Venezuelans, to Colombians, to Guatemalans, to Ecuadorian immigrants is not breaking us. But I cannot lie to you. This has been the most horrific month of our lives. Our dads and grandpas are being kidnapped for going to work to build American homes. Men with masks. Men with masks are breaking our windows and dragging them with machine guns pointed in their faces. Our moms are being kidnapped when they go to the grocery store, when they are dropping their kids off at school, when they are selling tamales to make a living. These moms are pleading with the masked men to let them go home to their kids. Rapid responders and everyday citizens are being intimidated, beaten, tear gassed, simply for recording, for honking their horns, for blowing a whistle. Our families, our dreams, the immigrant spirit to, despite all odds, make a better future for the next generation. It may feel like it is being crushed. But I am a dreamer. I know what it's like to come home when you are 5 years old and your dad is not there. And I am still standing. I am prouder than ever to be an immigrant, and I commit to fight, but I need your help.
Yes.
Here's how you can help. Join a rapid response network. Visit, shop, eat in our towns, in our neighborhoods. Cicero, Hermosa, Loma Creque, Little Village, back of the yard. Elgin, Waukegan, Aurora.
Yeah.
Donate to our organizations. Donate to the Resurrection Project. Donate to ICIR. Donate to OCAD. Buy your whistle and take it everywhere you go. All of this will help, but we need it to stop. We need more than help. We need this to stop. So I am asking you to help us. Share the videos on social media. Make sure the world knows what is happening. Call your members of Congress and tell them this has to stop. Talk to your family who voted for Trump and tell them to call their members of Congress. Tell your boss, tell the companies you work for to take action and say this has to stop. Public opinion is shifting, but we have to make it faster. So now, I have a favor to ask. Our people are at home right now, and they're in a lot of pain. So I'm wondering if you will repeat after me and send a message to them. Let's get started. Dear immigrant. Dear immigrant. Dear construction worker. Dear construction worker. Dear camarera. Dear camarera. Dear car wash worker. Dear car wash worker. Dear immigrant mom, dad, grandma, grandpa. Dear immigrant mom, dad, grandma, grandpa. Dear immigrant friend. Dear immigrant friend. Dear little brown kids. Dear little brown kids. You are loved by your city. You are loved by your city. Chicago loves you. Chicago loves you. We are so sorry this is happening to you. We are so sorry this is happening to you. But you have our promise that we will make it stop.
But you have our promise that we will make it stop.
Inmigrantes, Proyecto Resurrección está con ustedes. Lamentamos tanto lo que está pasando, pero saldremos de esto juntos. ¡Que viva los inmigrantes! Thank you.
Thank you, Anandina. Our next speaker has been working to protect all Chicagoans. He has signed executive orders to resist these attacks and these unlawful attacks from the federal government. Please join me in welcoming the mayor of the great city of Chicago.
Well, are you all ready to defend this democracy? Are you ready to fight fascism? Are you prepared to destroy authoritarianism once and for all? Well, let the world hear you. No peace. Now listen, there are those in this country that have decided, after the behest of this president, to declare war on Chicago and American cities across this country. They have clearly decided that they want a rematch of the Civil War. But we are here to stand firm, to stand committed, that we will not bend, we will not bow, we will not cower, we will not submit to the authority that the attempt to divide and conquer this nation will not prevail. Because when the people are united, justice always prevails. Donald Trump is using ICE as his private, militarized, occupying force. The only other entities that are funded greater than ICE are the United States military and China's military. But we are saying emphatically clear, we do not want troops in our city. We will not allow our city to be occupied. Now here's the last and final point. We have to be absolutely clear of not just what we're fighting for, but what we are looking to tear down. Donald Trump just shifted the largest concentration of upward wealth into the hands of the ultra-rich and large corporations in the history of this country. This is a fight for working people across this country and across this globe to stand up to billionaires in the interest of corporations. Now, there are some billionaires and corporate leaders that want us to have sympathy for them, and they have just received the greatest tax cuts at the expense of health care and housing and education and transportation and good-paying jobs. So here's what we need to do in this moment. If my ancestors, as slaves, can lead the greatest general strike in the history of this country, taking it to the ultra-rich and big corporations, we can do the same today. I'm calling on black people, young people, brown people, Asian people, immigrants, gay people, who are around this country, to stand up against tyranny, to send a clear message to the ultra-rich and big corporations. We are going to make them pay their fair share in taxes, to fund our schools, to fund jobs, to fund healthcare, to fund transportation, democracy will live on because of this generation. Are you ready to take it to the courts and to the streets? We will defend our democracy. We will defend our humanity. We will tear down tyranny, and we will do it together. God bless you all. God bless America.
Let's give it up for Mayor Johnson. In addition to City Hall, we need fighters in Congress. This is a congressperson who has been fighting for transparency, fighting against the unlawful occupation of our city. Please join me in recognizing and welcoming Jonathan Jackson. Congressman Jonathan Jackson.
We're here today because we've had enough of watching federal agents zip-tie women, zip-tie children, zip-tie hard-working Americans. We have seen far too many unmarked vehicles rolling around the streets of American cities, arresting people who are actually American citizens with no identification and no due process. And if anybody thinks that this gathering is about blowing off steam, they have grossly underestimated the severity of this moment.
That's right.
And better still, they have misunderstood the determination that we have not to allow this country to become a racist dystopia where cruelty destroys the rule of law.
Tell them. That's right. Tell them.
We did not come here to have a picnic. We came here to draw a line in the concrete. And if the enemies of democracy think that we are going quietly into the night, for the kind of America that Reverend Martin Luther King died to make possible. And today we stand up for our diversity, for our equity, for our inclusion. This is a country that would be a meandering republic that only represents the needs of those who gorge themselves with money and power. How many times do we have to tell America that DEI is not a pathway to privilege for the few, but it is rather how this nation should seek to correct the mistakes of the many? So if anybody thinks that Donald J. Trump can take the word and the alphabet of DEI out of my mouth, they got another thing coming. This is a beautiful crowd. This is a composite nation. And I won't be quiet because diversity is the only treatment that has ever been successful in the fight against the cancer of racism. Walking away from diversity, I've said before, is like turning your back on chemotherapy before the tumor has gone away. Nobody with any sense tries to get up and leave the operating table while their chest is still open and the doctor is still doing the surgery. And just this week, we saw how much America still needs the operating table. Ladies and gentlemen, I was at the Supreme Court on Wednesday to listen to the oral arguments of the Section 2 voting rights in Louisiana versus Callis. They are trying to turn back the hands of time. These conservative justices are poised to erase 160 years of progress. It is almost as if these people are not tethered to reality. Didn't they see what happened in Texas just a few months ago and how the Texas legislature erroneously erased the legislative districts simply because there were majority black and brown districts? There was no compelling interest to redraw those districts other than the folks that wanted to gerrymander so they could hold on to power. This is exactly what black folks and African Americans fought for and against 160 years ago. But let me tell you about diversity. When I was in the Supreme Court on Wednesday, there have been 116 justices in American history. There have only been 6 women who, with every the president of this nation. I can't speak for the rest of my colleagues, but I can tell you, I'm not a child. Nobody can threaten me to get what they want. I'm too grown for that. If the president of the United States wants to sit down and act like an adult, then I'm sure the leaders of the Democratic Party are willing to meet him at the table. We're not going to kowtow and capitulate to threats. We are one America. If it means we have to come out and vote for our interests, we're going to do it. If it means we have to leave room in our struggle for joy, we're going to have joy. If it means we can't allow racism to change who we are. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come too far. We died too young. People have bled too much. We're too free. One man will not yield his will upon the American people. I love you.
When I say hands up, you say Chicago. Hands up! Hands up! Keep this energy up! Next, you're going to hear from one of the lead organizers of this event, Indivisible Chicago. Kathy Boland is one of the lead organizers, and this organization, Indivisible Chicago, has been causing a lot of good trouble in this city. After that, you'll hear from Ed Yonka, who is the communications director at ACLU of Illinois, and he's an organization who's been leading a lot of life in the courts. Please join me in welcoming Kathy Golden.
With you. Great. As ICE and other federal agents continue to invade our neighborhoods and terrorize our neighbors, we want to say thank you to the multitudes of people in rapid response teams across the state. All of those working to document what's happening, and everyone who is providing help and support to our neighbors. In particular, the nonprofit and independent media on the streets every day, including Poplar, Chicago, Unraveled Press, and the Tribe, to say it's you. We need all of you to support them. And we want to recognize all of you. It takes all of us, but together we will stop the wannabe king. Because when we organize, we win!
Good afternoon, Chicago! My name is Ed Yonka, and I am with the ACLU of Illinois, and I am to stand with old friends, with neighbors, and with just complete strangers in defiant opposition to the policies of the current White House. You know, there's been a lot of talk from the White House and the president's sycophants over the past few days about these rallies. They have said that we and you hate America. They say that we and you hate American values. These are sad little people. Because they will never understand that we are here because we love America and because we stand.
president.
The president did not cut off funds provided by Congress on a political whim, whether it's gutting foreign aid or trying to dismantle Head Start. They say that dissent is the highest form of patriotism. My goodness, am I seeing a lot of patriotism today. When we stand together, we make clear this is what democracy looks like. But we know that this movement does not end in a courtroom. It does not end at a podium. It does not end at this rally today. Together, we must continue to take action, to act, to speak out, and to protect our neighbors. Together, from this place, starting today, we can breathe new life into the greatest words ever uttered in the English language. We, the people, in order to let's get to work.
Thank you to Indivisible and thank you to the ACLU for standing with us. We need fighters in all levels of government and also partnerships with other organizations. We have some people on stage with us who have been fighting the fight in various halls of government. Please join me in thanking round of applause for Lieutenant Governor Julian Stratton. In addition to Congressman Jonathan Jackson, we also have Senator Dick Durbin. Congress, we have Congressman Chuy Garcia, Ted Chapasky, Mark Wheeling. Additionally, we have Cook County President Mark Winkle right here behind me as well. In addition, there are plenty of city aldermen, there are county officials, and state representatives. Please join me in thanking them for fighting the fight. Next, I have the honor of introducing Julia De Jesus Alejandra. She's the Executive Director at Palenque LSNA. It's another organization doing the work on the ground. She's going to join us up here and recite a poem.
Buenas tardes. All right, my name is Julia De Jesus Alejandra, come from the northwest side of Chicago. Palenque LSNA is proud to be a part of the networks of ICER and OCAD and Access to Justice. We are part of hundreds of community organizations across the state doing rapid response work. Just regular people being bold and courageous in very simple ways every day. What Trump did not understand is that he has awakened a love in us that's bringing us across our segregated communities. So before I start, I want you to start with me. Can you say, I love Chicago? I love Chicago! I fucking love Chicago! I fucking love Chicago! I fucking love Chicago! I fucking love Chicago! Yes. I have never loved my city more than I do now. Every block, every tiendita, street vendor, child going to school, every father in a work truck, every viejita and viejito is my grandparents. Every scared yet miraculous mother is me. Every neighbor coming out with a whistle. I am the father taken on his way to work, the young girl with those eyes of terror that just wanted to speak to her brother before van doors closed. The family at Millennium Park, and the one on 47th, and I'm the kids left behind on the road. I'm the one who got ran over and stuffed in a trunk with no medical attention by a demon. And the senora who got away, perhaps hiding in some backyard until the coast was clear. I'm the one shopping at the fruteria by my old grammar school and got kidnapped by 12 men pointing assault weapons at my heart. I am the phantom whose only trace is an abandoned car or Daman cart. I too am everyone coordinating, organizing, texting their comrades, blinded by tears. Every person beeping their horns, everyone who runs out and films or screams. I'm that person who picked up the tear gas canister and threw it back at the Nazi and always And I'm that guy I'm Fullerton who yelled, "Lock the asses in!" I'm that food delivery guy in the bike that got away last Sunday. And I am also Marimar Martinez. And each black and brown baby in that South Shore building who was zip-tied in their jammies as evil men lined up their parents to be stolen. And the black woman who yelled, "Te quiero, Pepe," as the military men disappeared her friend or lover at pre-dawn. The guy on the west side who got choked out in Garfield Park, and everyone who understood in that very moment that they're coming for us all. I am senadoras running to warn their neighbors, wearing heels, and all women protecting their patients in Humboldt Park. The women in my community call each other and tell each other that the path to the laundromat or the baby school is clear for now. The folks taking groceries and medicine, and forever the rapid responders, the rapid responders, the rapid responders. I am in awe of you every moment of every day. For everyone finding ways to be brave and teeny tiny ways that add up. Medic, we need a medic right in front.
Excuse me, we need a medic up in the front near the black tent, near the tent. There's someone with an orange hat who is waving. We need a medic up front. Thank you so much for your help, folks.
Please get clear of each other. Thumbs up over there? You're the attendant? Okay. Almost done. We need more like that. Join us. Take up a corner. Blow a whistle or yell. Check on your neighbors. Show up after school to make sure the babies are okay. I love Chicago in my bones now. Te amo un chingo, like my Mexican comadres say. Let's walk one another home. I love us so fucking much.
Thank you, Juliet. Also, again, thank you for your help again earlier. Next, we're going to hear from the CEO of Quality Illinois, the state's LGBTQ+ civil rights organization.
America the Beautiful? We'll keep waiting because I'm not going to say it. So, just like you, I'm here because I love America. I love this country enough to raise my voice against injustice and tyranny. But here's the thing. We are at the point where no one is coming to save us. Our path forward will not be neat. Medic, listen, someone needs a medic over there. Got it? All right. Y'all ready? Yeah. That's okay. You're welcome. All right. So like I just was saying, as you see right now in real time, our path forward will not be neat or tidy. And it is no longer protected by the guardrails of the Constitution. Because to this administration, that document has become an inconvenience, an obstacle to their growing hunger for absolute control. But here's the thing. If you could only see yourselves as I do right now, if you could only look out at this vast sea of courage, because all I see is power. The power of the people. People who, in spite of the risk it took to be here and the uncertainty of what might follow when we march, return home, and face the days ahead, you still chose to show up. These are frightening times, but I'll tell you something, I am not afraid. And if you are, that's all right, because fear is human. But be more afraid of what happens if we allow this march towards authoritarianism to continue unchecked. Be more afraid for the children who may grow up numb to oppression, conditioned to believe that shrinking freedom is normal, because to them it will simply be another day. Be more afraid of what happens not 6 months from now, but in 6 weeks, as this administration nears 1 full year of rule by intimidation and deceit. I stand here today what I am is an amazing, proud Black trans woman. I stood in allegiance with my little hand over my heart, just like millions of children across this nation. I am no threat. I grew up in the south suburbs of Chicago, in a diverse community built by veterans who dream of peace and prosperity. I am the progeny of a woman born only 88 years after slavery, that unforgivable crime that this nation still tries to bury. Raised in Philadelphia, Mississippi, the hotbed of civil rights movement, where 3 young men, James Chaney, Andrew Goodman, and Michael Schwerner, were murdered for trying to register Black citizens to vote. The very Voting Rights Act that they and so many others died for, were lynched for, and is now being dismantled under the name of redistricting. And you, no matter where you stand politically, you ready? Ready? And you, no matter where you stand politically, know this to be true. This country has no kings. We are not ruled by monarchs or royal decree. Because when those in power weaponize the shutdown of government, not to negotiate, but to smoke out the most vulnerable, like one would drive someone from their own home to reveal who they truly are, they will not save your farms. They will not save your pensions. They will not save your medical care. Their goal is to starve the very people who make this nation work. But we are the people. and those closest to pain should be closest to power. Before I leave you, I want to say this. The old formulas will not save us now. The solutions are not simple or safe. It is time for us to stand together, to organize, to defend our neighbors fiercely, and to document injustice. Peaceful disruption. Make your voices heard, louder than the noise that seeks to silence you. Keep making it hard for them to get away with this. Let them know we see you. We will not turn a blind eye. We will not capitulate. We will continue to speak. And we will continue to vote.
Give it up one more time for Quality Illinois CEO, Shannon Parker. Next, we have one of our champions in the labor movement. Join a union today. Please get up our friend in labor, Bob Ryder, the president of the Chicago Federation of Labor.
Can you all hear me in the back? I'm gonna say hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! My name is Bob Ryder. I am president of the Chicago Federation of Labor. The CFL represents 300 unions that represent 500,000 working people right here in the hometown of the American labor movement, Chicago, Illinois! And I'm here to deliver a message to Donald J. Trump. You ready, Donnie boy? Get your tiny little hands off of Chicago! Donald Trump is a joke. His tariffs are jacking up prices and screwing the economy. His attack on labor, his attack on unions, he's destroying the freedoms that workers have to fight for their rights on the job. He's shredding our public services and firing thousands of dedicated union members in the federal government. That makes us less safe. That makes us less secure, and by God, it makes us less free, and we're not going to stand for it. And this insane government shutdown, Trump, simple. This guy holds the lowest approval rating in modern history. Way to go, Donnie boy. Donald Trump thinks he's a king. Donald Trump is a goof. And he doesn't want us here calling him out. And his sock puppet, Mike Johnson, is out there running his mouth. And I gotta tell you what, Mike Johnson, you know what you need to do? Release the Epstein files. But here's the reality. There's nothing more American than peaceful protest. There's nothing more American than fighting for your rights. And there's nothing more American than fucking Chicago. That's why our city is under attack by the federal government. Because Trump knows if he can break Chicago, he can break any city. Well, here's some news for
for you, Dr. Boyd. You'll never break Chicago's spirit. Look at this crowd. It screams solidarity. That's right. This is our country. That's our flag. You see that? That's our flag. The fight for workers' rights is the fight for the fight for civil rights is the fight for economic. The fight for health care is the fight for one another. And we stand in peace, convicted, felon, multiple, bankruptcy, sexual, predator, wanna be kids in our country. I want to make sure that you hear this loud and clear. Stop terrorizing our immigrant workers. And stop abuse. And I'm going to say the first part, you're going to say the second part. Donald Trump, hands up.
Give it up for Bob Ryder, everyone. All right. It is my honor to bring in someone who needs no introduction. Congresswoman Delia Ramirez is a fierce advocate who recently gave Kristi Noem a draft resignation letter. She is a daughter of Guatemalan immigrants and a champion for our communities in Washington. Please give a big, warm welcome to Congresswoman Delia Ramirez.
be afraid of tyrants. And you're not afraid of tyrants either, are you? So yes, I will unapologetically defend our immigrant community, the families who have enriched our American culture, the workers who keep our economy going, the children who are our nation's future and might make the next president of the United States. The immigrants who have become public enemy number one in Donald Trump's cruel, xenophobic, racist agenda are here to say, hell no to wannabe kings. And if I'm being honest with you, immigrants who, as far as I'm concerned, are more American than the fascist traitor pedophile sitting in the White House right now. You have heard it again and again today. Our democracy is under attack by a wannabe dictator who over the last 9 months has thrown everything to us, trying to break us. Trump, Nolan, and the ICE Gestapo police are doing everything they can to destroy our constitutional rights, to force us to accept authoritarian takeover of our country. They want to normalize violence. They want to normalize cruelty. They want us to be okay with what they're doing so that you won't question what they do next. But let me be very clear to Donald Trump and all those criminals. You will not break the city of Chicago ever. They want us to bend the knee, but I want you to look around and I want you to say to your neighbor to your left, no king. No king. And I want you to look to your neighbor to the right and you say, I fight for justice for all. I fight for justice for all. So let me say this. I see resilient people. I see a diverse crowd. I see people who are unwilling to be broken by the fascist government. And we will not be broken. We will not do so. We will organize, mobilize, agitate to make sure that this government understands that we are for the people, by the people. Chicago, como dice mi mamá, Chicago. Let me hear you. Are you ready to stand up and fight back? So what are you going to do when the ICE Gestapo police try to kidnap your neighbors? Stand up, fight back. I'm going to do it again. What are you going to do when the ICE Gestapo police try to kidnap your neighbors? Stand up, fight back. What are you going to do when they try to declare himself king? Stand up, fight back. And you say hell to the no. Fight back. Eso es lo que vamos a hacer nosotros todos los días. That is what we're going to do. And so I want to introduce to you someone that is standing up and fighting back. There's so many of our leaders here in the city of Chicago, in the state of Illinois, because we understand the collective solidarity that we need in this moment. We understand that we have to keep showing up for each other, and we have to make sure that they understand that they will break us. And someone who has been leading in that fight with us is our very own Governor Jay.
We are here today to defend a principle that has defined America since its founding. The belief that tyranny in any form must be resisted by the people of conscience, especially here in Chicago. We will never surrender. Throughout history, we've learned that tyranny doesn't arrive with dramatic proclamations. Most times it comes quietly, wrapped in the language of law and order, with fingers pointed at someone who doesn't look like you, promising safety while demanding that we sacrifice our neighbors. Today, we're here to say with one voice that there is an existential threat to our constitutional republic. This is not a political choice. This is a moral imperative. The reality here in Chicago is this. Black and brown people are being rounded up because of the color of their skin.
Workers are being harassed and detained in our shops and restaurants. These are not abstractions. These are people who pay taxes, own businesses, teach our children, care for our elderly, and contribute to the fabric of our society. This is us, all of us. We're seeing midnight raids, arrests without judicial warrants, federal agents violating our right to free speech, the Fourth and Fifth Amendments ignored, and communities living in fear. It means children coming home to empty houses, wondering if their parents will ever return. And here's what concerns me the most: the normalization of it all. When we accept the idea that the color of your skin is probable cause to detain you, that the government should have unlimited power to round up and imprison people without due process, that Trump can build a massive enforcement apparatus with no constitutional limits, that we erode the foundations that protect all of us. Chicago, is that okay with you? History teaches us that powers granted in the name of security are rarely relinquished. The precedents that we set today become the justifications for tomorrow's abuses. When we allow tyrannical policies against any group, we make tyranny possible against every group. Chicago, is that okay with you? We are here today at this rally because Donald Trump and Stephen Miller are already coming for the immigrants and for black and brown people and for LGBTQ people and for their political opponents. The famous Martin Niemöller poem, First They Came, concludes with the words, "Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me." What Trump didn't count on is Chicago coming together to stand up for freedom and individual rights, for American values, because we love Miller tried to stop us from rallying today by calling us names. Do we care if they call us insurrection here? Is this an insurrection? No! It's because peaceful democratic black people fleeing slavery, the city council said no. The people of Chicago said no. Communities of everyday Americans banded together to protect those who had fled slavery, hoping to find freedom in Chicago, because we in Chicago are not afraid to stand up for fundamental American values. Now, the vast majority of Chicagoans are here because our ancestors fought to escape from tyranny. And another great portion of Chicagoans were brought to this country in shackles and had to fight for their literal freedom. Resistance and survival are in our American blood. Today we are resisting more than just Donald Trump's attacks on democracy, and he knows it. Trump is panicking about the growing public backlash to his broader agenda. His tariff taxes are costing average American families between $2,400 and $4,800 per year. Illinois soybean farmers are losing billions and going bankrupt because of Trump's trade war. And so are small businesses, and he defunded programs to reduce crime and is canceling food assistance and medical care for the middle class and working class and our most vulnerable. People are here today standing up for our constitutional rights and our economic freedom. And that is what resistance looks like. And you know, resistance starts with refusing to normalize cruelty. Resistance means choosing solidarity over fear. It means recognizing that an attack on free speech, on immigrants' rights, on due process is an attack on everyone's rights. It means understanding that we're either building a society based on human dignity or one based on domination. Which is it? Human dignity! History will judge us by where we choose to stand right now, today. Future generations will ask, what did we do when fellow human beings faced persecution, when our rights were being abridged, when our Constitution was under attack? They'll want to know whether we stood up or we stayed silent, whether we chose compassion. We need a medic over here. Thank you for looking out for each other. Folks, tyranny requires your fear, your silence, and your compliance. Democracy requires your courage. Doing nothing. It requires us to accept the unacceptable, to rationalize the irrational, to normalize the abnormal. But tyranny also fails when ordinary people refuse to cooperate, when they say no kings and they mean it. So Donald Trump, stay the hell out of Chicago. Tyranny isn't won or lost in one protest. It's won in countless daily decisions to stand for justice, to refuse cruelty, to defend human dignity. It's won when we recognize that none of us are free until all of us are free. So say it with me. We love America. We love America. We love Chicago. Donald Trump, stay the hell out of our city. Thank you very much.
Let's give another round of applause to Governor J.B. Pritzker and Congresswoman Claudia Ramirez. So, let's remember our commitment to non-violence and de-escalation. There are lots of us here, which is amazing. But be patient, we'll have some music, we'll be chanting, but we're gonna go south towards Buckingham Fountain, so go towards Jackson. But thank you all for being here. Please follow the folks in the yellow vest. And again, let's say it one more time. Hands up! Chicago! Hands up! Chicago! Hands up! Chicago! Thank you all, let's keep fighting. Go that way! That way! Go this way!
Trump's doing the right With the vapors. Overcome with the vapors. I love them.
No fear! Immigrants are welcome here, no hate! 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 No fear! Oh yeah.
Sorry, y'all. Come with the camera. Who's that? I don't know if you were part of it. Trying to get over
We've made it here now to the front of the march. There are thousands of people. Okay, we are here at the Chicago No Kings Day action. We're right here at the front of the march. I mean, there are tens of thousands. To the naked eye, I feel confident in just the crowd that you saw us push through. We moved certainly through at least 20,000 people. I think the official numbers are going to come out later, so we'll have to see as we go along. I would not be surprised if this crowd was 75,000 plus. I mean, the masses of people of Chicago are really out here today to reject ICE, to reject the Trump administration, and reject the Trump agenda. I mean, we've heard crowds cheering so loud earlier during Mayor Brandon Johnson's speech, calling for a general strike. So the mood of the crowd is certainly not the mood of the crowd that we once had in June. The mood of this crowd is fired up in a whole nother way. So I think that in every single way, shape, and form, we're going to try to talk to people out here in the crowd to get a feeling for what Chicago is going through, what people are feeling on the ground. We've seen some incredible signs out here today of people who are talking about what it is that we need to be doing next, the steps that we need to be taking. People are building organizations in neighborhoods. There's whistles. You can hear the whistles. I'm certain it's because it's part of the Chicago-based whistle organizing effort. There have been hundreds of people in Chicago who've been giving out whistles all across the city to have ICE alerts when the whistles are blown. The activists we spoke to the other night at an event told us that they've given out over 700, 800 packs of whistles in one single day. So it's very clear Chicago as a city is rejecting Trump and the federal invasion, and that this action represents the true heart of Chicago. I mean, if you turn around, we're at the very front, but they've had to pen in every other aspect, every other side of the street because it's just so big. I mean, it is really something else. We're really grateful we were able to push our way to the front here. Not quite sure when they're going to decide to push off, but nonetheless, I think it's really, really important that we understand the current situation in Chicago. We're coming off of the last few weeks of the kind of brutalization at the Broadview ICE Detention Center, which we were live yesterday. We saw the state police brutalize protesters. ICE has been shooting people. I mean, just shooting people with pepper guns. We've had some photos taken of activists' backs who are completely just covered in bruises from all of the shots that were fired at them. We're coming off of the South Shore ICE. Ooh, I think we're moving. Maybe not. Not yet. We're coming off of the ICE invasion in the South Shore area. I mean, it was absolutely horrific what was done to people. We're talking about community members who were zip-tied, who were taken from their homes, taken from their beds, children brutalized by ICE. So that is really what's got this city so fired up to stand up and to do something about this. It seems that their whistle has gone off and we are out. That's Christopher. So the march, it seems, has begun. The center march looks like it's going to have to move first before any of the rest of these sides can even move. This is on another level. Wow. I know we had people in the YouTube chat asking us, why are we streaming this? Why are we showing what's going on here? You know, I think it'd be very unwise to just write this off as it's the powers of government that are calling this march, that are making this happen. Yes, J.B. Pritzker spoke earlier, Governor J.B. Pritzker spoke earlier, but this is a real reflection of the people. This is the largest march, likely this day is the largest day of U.S. protest history. That is what news is already saying at this moment. So the reality of the situation is that this is the mandate that Trump and all of the doom scrolling that you keep seeing doesn't want you to see. This is the people's mandate. This is where people across the country, this is what they think and this is what they feel. It is not this idea that we're powerless, that we can't do anything. I mean, so much of what doom scrolling has been seeing, I mean, I've seen it on my feeds, on Instagram, on TikTok. It's bad news after bad news after bad news because, of course, we're in a very, very, very bad situation here in the United States. But this right here,
this is why we're streaming this, is because we really need to see that the people of the United States are not taking this doing nothing. The people of the United States are organized. They're coming out in numbers that we have never seen in U.S. history to oppose the Trump agenda, to oppose this ultra right-wing fascistic agenda. People are very much so standing up and saying absolutely not to Trump and to the feds. So I think that as we continue to move through this political moment, we are in COINTELPRO 2.0 with Trump's attacks on the left, designating Antifa a domestic terrorist organization, NSPM-7, the memo that I highly recommend you learn more about. NSPM-7 is Trump's attempt to utilize all of the levers of the federal government to come after, frankly, anybody and everybody who opposes his agenda, whether you're anti-capitalist or anti-Christian or all variety of odds and ends of vocabulary that truly represents so many people in this country. That's what NSPM-7 is about. And you know, I think that if you look online, you might feel that there's no hope. You might feel that we must be afraid, we must cower, we must step back. But right here today shows that we should not be stepping back and that the people are not stepping back by any stretch. So let's take a look. We happen to be right here in the front. I love that. The will of the people will prevail. We have a sign here. They may run the White House, but we run the streets. Very true. Make racists afraid again. Some wonderful homemade signs. Some really, really beautiful, beautiful imagery coming out of this action today. I see, just like we saw at Broadview, I see many costumes out and about. I don't know if it's quite the Chicago vibe, as we spoke to people yesterday who said, I don't know if this is really it's more of a keep Portland weird feeling, but I think people nonetheless feel inspired to show that, you know, there's this mass peaceful demonstrations. Trump is saying there's war in the streets in Chicago. You know, where's the war? There's just massive demonstrations of people who stand against what Trump is fighting for, Trump's whole vision. I mean, there was a mention earlier by the speakers of the Supreme Court's attack on the Voting Rights Act of 1965. I mean, we are in a very serious situation where the Supreme Court could overturn the second part of the Voting Rights Act, and that would mean that the South and different elements of the South would be able to redistrict and be able to change their historic districting, which was done during the Civil Rights Movement as a way to compensate for Jim Crow, as a way to compensate for the kind of racist districting that had happened. It looks like we're still moving here. So that's very much so, very real, the attacks that are coming on the U.S. people, but it's very clear with the rhetoric from today that the people that we've spoken with are not backing down, they're not stepping down. I think the speakers earlier today, I highly recommend looking at Mayor Brandon Johnson's speech. I think it was for a lot of people in Chicago, and he's been going viral lately for his speeches, leaning more into his historic roots, supposedly in the left. So, you know, I think a lot of people are at least energized to see him return to the politics he originally had promised his constituents. So most certainly it is a moment here right now where the kind of tactics that Brandon Johnson is calling for, a general strike, are the next steps. It's about how do you figure out, and what he's been putting forward is this idea that people power. So I think maybe if we want to, we can try to get a little bit closer back to the front and get a sense of what's going on over here. I think, look, all the other streets have had to come in and now join the main march here. Yeah. So our camera is trying to get a really great crowd view now for us, so we can get a really beautiful shot, get a sense of the numbers. I think he'll be able to let me know, our camera person, clear right here. I see Craig has some elevation here. I think this is it. This is the shot. This is the shot. Thousands and thousands flood the streets right now of Chicago. The march is taking off. Looks like the drums have begun. This is a raw expression of people power. We're seeing all different kinds of Chicagoans out here today, young, very old, people of all backgrounds. We have black Chicagoans, we have immigrant Chicagoans, we have Latinos, we have Asian Americans. We got everybody up in here, young and old, truly representing, I think, the heart of Chicago in every way, shape, and form, and the heart of the United States. I mean, the people of the United States have made it very clear that they are rejecting Trump's agenda. We really wanted to come to Chicago in particular because of the federal government's attacks. I mean, you know, if you just looked off of what you're reading online, if you're what you looked and you're reading on, you know, on Instagram, on TikTok, social media, you know, people are too afraid to do anything, that people are too afraid to stand up, to get out here to fight. And it's just absolutely, from what we see today, not the case. People are not afraid to have their voices be heard. I think All right, we got separated momentarily from our camera, but we are back with our camera. All right, we are back here with our camera. We got separated momentarily. Craig, how many people were up there? How many could you see?
It just didn't end. I mean, definitely tens and tens of thousands. You really can't see the end.
Hey, like we just got ourselves a little bit into the middle and we're already thousands deep. I mean, it's just incredible to see. We're going to try to make our way back to the front and try to get some of these shots here to show you just the scale of what we're looking at.
see that till late.
I saw it after the fact too. Yeah.
I was like, excuse me, sorry. I think excuse me, sorry.
All right, we've made our way back to the front here. This is mind-blowing in terms of the numbers. The numbers are just mind-blowing. Craig's gonna try to get another shot.
Thank you, JB!
So we're trying to get the biggest crowd shot we can for you here to get the sense of scale coming over this bridge. I mean, it's really, we got some really good elevation up here.
I'll try to be at start. Oh my God. He got knives. Don't over.
Searching for my lost freedom of speech.
Need a hand? Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I'm going to try to slide by you. Thank you. You all right? Thank you.
All good? All good?
So we're having our cameraman reconvene with us, coming back to us. I mean, it's just shocking. We still can't see the end. Oh, somebody just jumped down. Shocking, we still can't see the end of the demonstration. There's just so many people here. I think we'll probably stop and some people for some interviews. I'm really curious to see what's bringing people out here today. I mean, such a really excellent mashup of Chicago in every way. A mixture of fun signs, a mixture of serious signs, a mixture of people coming around from all different perspectives. Wow. Okay, let's go. Excellent. We are reconvened with our camera now. We are looking out to just start moving. There's just so much going on here in the crowd. I think maybe I'll try to pull some people to see if anyone wants to do an interview here. But let's see. Let's go to the chance real quick. All right, we're going to be on the move now and try to find some people for some interviews. Truly just a massive crowd. So it seems there's music out here. Some live music here out in the street. Wow, it is really something else right now. Wow. Massive crowd here, massive crowd. So we're out here in the streets. I mean, thousands and thousands of people are here. You can't see the beginning, you can't see the end. It's incredible to just see the numbers of people out here, the cheering. It's so apparent that the people of Chicago are rejecting Trump. They're rejecting ICE. I know we spoke with teachers yesterday in the Chicago Teachers Union who are organizing school patrols where parents and teachers and students are all working together to protect undocumented neighbors, undocumented community members across the board. It is very clear that Chicago is organizing against Trump's ICE assault on the city. There's also Adopt a Corner happening. There's organizations like the National Day Laborers Network who's organizing Adopt a Corners, where neighborhoods are organizing in communities to take on corners, to do ICE patrol watch. So neighborhood watches have picked up significantly. The chant right now is, whose streets are streets? And I think it couldn't be clearer that the people of Chicago are the ones who run the streets, who run this city. I think that it's been really incredible and eye-opening to talk with people here in Chicago about what they've been going through. There's certainly fear in the air, there's tension, but today you can feel so much of that tension being released in this moment. So definitely want you to get a sense of the moment that we're in. Donald Trump has been using the federal guard, federalizing the National Guard to attempt to enforce his agenda on different cities, on Portland and Chicago in particular. Portland, across the country, we've seen viral videos of the Portland Frog. We've seen videos of people dressed up in inflatables for the supposed war that Trump is claiming exists. I know Kristi Noem was here very recently in Chicago as well, claiming that there's a war zone in the streets of Chicago, claiming that the people are rebelling, and therefore, there's a need to make sure that Trump can utilize the Insurrection Act, which is clearly a lot of the direction where they're trying to take this. But it's very apparent by what we're showing you on the ground, and this is why independent media is so necessary. Independent media is so necessary so you can see with your own eyes what people on the ground are saying, what they're thinking, and what the energy is. Even the liberal media, the liberal corporate media, so much of what you're getting in the news cycle right now is fear, it's fascism, it's constant, and all of those things, there's truth certainly in what the Trump administration's agenda is, but they're not showing the intensity and the beauty of the resistance that's happening. So we're going to try to pull some people for some interviews and really get a chance to talk with the people of Chicago here. But let's take a look at some of this side street drumming and all of the kind of Chicago vibes. I love that. It's incredible. You can see a Portland Frog off in the distance over there. More of the inflatables. An incredible amount of people out here today. We've barely marched like 3 blocks. This is where we are. It's barely been 3 blocks. And we're still not even seeing remotely close to the end. It's been only 3 blocks, and we have barely seen the end here. It's really been incredible on another level. We're here at the No King's Day protest in Chicago. Hopefully you can see behind me just the incredible amount of people out here today. The people of Chicago are rejecting ICE, who have been attacking this city and attacking the immigrants in this city. I know just a few weeks ago, we're coming off of the federal deployment of agents that Trump is sending. The National Guard has been threatened in Chicago. There's also been the deployment of ICE agents in Chicago. There's been quite a big standoff at the Broadview ICE Detention Center where people have been snapped up around the city and brought to the detention center. At the Broadview Detention Center, there have been protests every Friday for weeks now, almost into 2 months, where religious groups have been coming out and praying, really just praying and doing prayer circles and songs. That has been the resistance outside of the detention centers, that war that Trump is painting as if it's a war zone happening in the streets, and that is not the case. So if you look out here, you can really see the intensity of the Fight Back movement, all the different kinds of signs that we are seeing. It's really a moment that represents the people. We see release the Epstein files, a lot of release the Epstein files. It's a lot of what's being called on here. We see some interesting signs from kids here about Skibbity Toilet. Love that one, gotta love that one. So much joy in the resistance here in the streets. Really wild, really wild. I see ICE equals terrorist, no one is illegal on stolen land. Really just some powerful statements being made here on our signage. A lot of homemade signs. I see a luchador mask over there. Wow, there are people still joining in from the right-hand side over here from the park area who probably weren't even able to make it. You can see up there, there's just another street joining into the demonstration. Incredible size. We're going to try to make it to the front. We might not be able to, but we're going to attempt to. So the march is heading to Trump Tower. We've got some time, but it's really just, the size is incredible. I think we've made it back to a pseudo sense of front. But it looks like the protest has just moved in all directions. We're arriving now at Trump Tower. You can see the crowd is starting to get more animated as we arrive. So we're out here, we're in front of Trump Towers. This is the set end point, but it seems people are still marching. So God knows how many more blocks people are going to want to go. As people march by, there's a lot of shame, there's a lot of boos, a lot of anger, a lot of hatred. So we want to interview people as they arrive on Trump Tower to get their opinions and perspectives, local Chicagoans. So we are now joined by a local. Could you share your name and where you're from?
Yeah, I'm Sarah. I'm from Chicago. I love this city with everything in me. I love the people. Every single day I work to serve the people, and I see the impact that administrative cuts that this administration has had on our people. And so that's why I'm here today, and I'm here with all my friends. And yeah, this feels great to be with other people because there are more of us than there are of them. So that's what brought me here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. I would love to know, I have one other question for you here, is that what do you feel one of the most intense misconceptions have been from the corporate media about what people are thinking and feeling here in Chicago?
I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that we're all mad and that we're all angry. We're only mad and that we're only angry because we're in this position. We are full of love, we are hard workers, we are passionate, and we care about one another. So I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions, that we're just mad and angry. We're not. We're upset, we're frustrated, but we're full of love also.
Definitely. And what's your message to Trump as we're out here in front of Trump Tower?
Donald Trump, I really hope you take into consideration what we're all saying here today. There are a lot of leaders. Brandon Johnson, our local alderman, would love to have productive conversations with you about investments that can be made to support people. But making cuts and just, being a tyrannous first isn't getting you anywhere. So
Great. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So you heard from somebody here local in Chicago. We are trying to grab more people for interviews to see if they are down to talk with us about what's really going on in Chicago. I do love what she said. This is about love. There is so much love in this city. So we're joined now by somebody else outside of Trump Tower. Can you share your name and where you're from?
I'm Maricela Rodriguez. I'm here from Chicago, Illinois, and I'm here to support the cause.
Absolutely. So what do you feel brought you out today? And I love your outfit. I'd love for you to share more about some of the things that brought you out here today and what you feel needs to be said loud and clear.
No, we need to be here to support what's going on and to get rid of these ICE people. What's going on? It's unfair. It's really unfair what they're doing to the hardworking people. They're just here to make a living. That's all, and just to be taken away. But they're just selling the little vendors. They're just selling little stuff, and it's really heartbreaking to see them being taken away.
Definitely. I can imagine there's a lot of tension right now in Chicago, a lot of fear, but I see today a lot of resistance. So what do you think the misconceptions are about how people are feeling in Chicago?
Misconceptions? I don't understand.
Meaning people on the ground, what are people really feeling here compared to what's being said in the news? You know, Trump is saying it's a war zone. Trump is saying all these things. What do you feel the truth is on the ground?
No, there's definitely not a war zone. I ran the Chicago Marathon a week ago, and there's more than 50,000 people running all over Chicago. No, there's not a war zone. Excuse me. No, that's not true. No.
Absolutely. And what's your message to Trump? We're outside of Trump Towers.
My message to him, I don't want to say no bad words, but come on now, get out of the White House. You're a felon. Release the Epstein files.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we're talking to people here in Chicago today, getting a sense of what people on the ground are feeling. A wide variety of people out here today of all ages, all perspectives. You know, I see some people who have flags. It's really beautiful for sure that people in the streets are recognizing and having that sense of pride, that sense of connection to Chicago, to their countries. I see a Mexican flag right here. I see American flags everywhere. I see a lot of different perspectives coming out. So most certainly, I think it's very, very clear that people in Chicago are not afraid. They're willing to stand up despite the current situation. So we're going to take a second and try to find some other people here for us to interview and to chat with. I see some keffiyehs over there. Also, it looks like Palestine as an issue has been part of the issue. Great. We'd love to have you join. We're joined by another person here, local in Chicago. Can you share your name and where you're from?
Nicole Cantello. I'm president of AFG Local 704.
Excellent. Well, can you share more about your organization and what your demands are out here today?
So we are the EPA workers that are now suffering under Donald Trump's regime, and we're out here today to say, save EPA, save lives.
What do you think is most at risk right now that people aren't paying attention to for the EPA?
Well, you know, right now Trump is rolling back all of our environmental protections, the protections that save you and your health, and we're out here to protest that.
Absolutely. And any
at 4 p.m.
Looks like protesters are calling for people to go to Broadview at 4 p.m. later today. It seems like there's going to be an action. We might find ourselves there as well to film. So some calls out here to action for sure. So we're out here, we're in front of Trump Towers, just talking to people in the streets. Can you share your name and where you're coming from?
My name's Amber, I'm from Gage Park. Right now it's a lot of emotions right now. I was crying earlier. I see little kids out here, little kids, my son, everything is like, everything's for the future. I'm doing all this because I have a kid, my family, everybody's scared. Everybody doesn't want to go to school. Nobody wants to go to work. My mom, she's a citizen, and it's like she's scared. We always have to take our passports everywhere. So it's like, you know, this is not how we should live. This is not life.
Absolutely. How does it feel to be in a crowd like this, especially with the kind of fear that everybody is feeling?
I have no fears. Honestly, I'm very encouraged. I'm motivated. Yeah, it's very encouraging. For real.
I'm glad to hear that. You know, what do you feel like some of the biggest misconceptions are? I like you, Shay, that you don't have fear. I've been hearing that a lot. You know, I think the corporate media has really been saying that everybody here is afraid. They're not willing to fight. Or, you know, everyone's going to go home, and it doesn't seem like that's the case.
No, it's definitely not. It's just misperceptions. Everybody's like, oh, we're dangerous. We're criminals. But our president is a criminal. He is a felon. He has the best job or whatever, I guess, and there's felons in this crowd probably that can't even get a job. So it's really messed up, and it's kind of sad, really.
Definitely. And do you have any other message to Trump or anything else you're reflecting on that you want to share?
Shame on you. Shame on you. You could, I'm going to keep that to myself, but shame on you. You could do better, for sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, so many people here in Chicago rejecting the Trump agenda. I like what she shared. You know, her family is dealing with all of this repression, and yes, she says she's not afraid. And I think that that's very, very important in this moment to hold on to. I think the people out here in the streets of Chicago show that fear is not the primary feeling, despite the fact that the corporate media might want you to believe that. So we're going to keep trying to talk to people here and get a sense. I know there's been a lot of signs showing just that immigrants are welcome here, ICE is not welcome. The clear organizing, blocks and blocks of organizing happening show that. So absolutely, in every way, shape, and form, there is not a mandate from the people of Chicago for Trump and all of his federal government to be here. All of his representatives of the federal government are not welcome here in the streets of Chicago very clearly. So I'm going to continue to find people, and we will get a chance to see where people are at.
People are taking good photos.
People are continuing to react as they turn the corner to Trump Tower.
Fuck Donald Trump!
this action in Chicago, this is the main action. This is downtown Chicago area. And this is just one of the several different actions that are happening all across the city. I mean, there's even more happening in the suburbs of Chicago. There's even more of these actions happening in the suburbs of Chicago, and of course, even more around the country. Really just a mind-blowing amount of people. I mean, we just moved several blocks back to try to get a sense of where the end of the action is and where it will be. And we have yet to even see the end. Really shocking, the size. So, you know, my initial estimates were 25,000 people. Now, I mean, this is well into the hundreds of thousands. I just don't know to what extent. I see some shark costumes here. No kings, no secret police. The sharks are holding.
Be careful with that.
Shut ICE down! 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 Shut down ICE!
We're going to cut audio real quick, and we'll be back momentarily.
All right, it's coming. All right, it looks like we're seeing quite a large banner here. I mean, I'm blown away in terms of the size. We're looking at, these numbers are most certainly beyond 100,000, beyond 200,000. I mean, we'll have to see what the final call is here, but we'll have to see. Let's see, what's this banner say? The banner says defend democracy. It's time for a general strike. I'm going to be very interested to find somebody here to interview about this call for a general strike.
When do we want it? Now. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. Don't get it, shut it down. What do we want? General strike. What do we want? General strike. When do we want it? Now. When do we want it? Now. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, I said if we don't get it, shut it down. What do we want? General strike. What do we want? General strike. What do we want? General strike. When do we want it? Now. When do we want it? Now. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. Shut it down. No justice, no peace. We want ice off our streets. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. We want ice off our streets. We gotta tighten it up. We need some more people. All right, let's keep it tight. Your arms are getting tired. Have somebody else here. What do we want? What do we want? When do we want it? Now. When do we want it? Now. If we don't get it.
Great. Well, we've been asking people, very interested by this call for a general strike. I know earlier today, Mayor Brandon Johnson called for a general strike. The language is starting to really float around. So can you share your name, where you're from, and kind of what made you want to hold this banner today?
Yeah, so my name is Amira. I live in Humboldt Park. I'm from the suburbs of Chicago. And the reason why I'm here supporting a general strike is because the reason why we even have an 8-hour day in the first place is because Chicago went on a labor union strike. And we put the pressure on to take it from a 12-hour day to an 8-hour day. We, the people, have the power. We just have to take it back. These billionaires take money from the labor that we do. If we choke them out, if we cut off working for them, they won't get money. It's our money. It's supposed to go to us. And so when we go on a general strike, we're basically saying we want our money to go back to us. We want our power to go back to us, not to these fascists.
Definitely. I like what you said about power. I think the concept of a general strike is that people in the United States often don't quite understand what a general strike is. So can you explain what that would look like, what that would mean for people?
To me, a general strike would look like Chicago supporting itself in the long term, being able to distribute food resources to ourselves, being able to say, look, we've had enough. Even a worm will turn. We've been pushed to our limit. We can barely afford living. We can barely afford survival. And so when we're in this position, what else are we supposed to do? We're supposed to cut them off. We're supposed to cut off the tap, stop giving them our work. It is our labor that gives this economy value. And it's that value that they take. So it's time for us to take it back. And it looks like us supporting each other. It looks like us not going to work because they can't take it from us anymore.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Anything else you'd like to share?
I would say protect your loved ones. I'm doing this because I care about the dreams that my parents had when they immigrated here. I care about the future that they want to build for me, and I care about the future that I want my kids to have. We all deserve a better world where food and housing is a real human right. It is enough that we have to be abused just to show up to work. It's enough.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You too. Excellent. We're going to try to interview some other people here. Let me see. Would you be down to do an interview about the general strike banner?
Sure thing.
Excellent. Well, could you share with me why you're carrying this banner and what a general strike means to you?
Yeah, so we're out here. I mean, I'm with this banner calling for a general strike because I think it's the people in this country that have the power. I mean, those of us who go to work every day, who stock the shelves, who teach the children, who make sure health care is happening. I mean, that's what makes this country run, right? And if all of us who actually do that each and every day, if we withheld our power, our labor, if we just didn't go to work, I think this country would be brought to its knees within a day. I think all the things that Trump is doing, he couldn't fight against that. He doesn't have that kind of power. I mean, look around you in the streets. This is where the power is. Everyone here can feel the kind of power that we have out here in the streets when we come together. If we can do that in a coordinated way, general strike, we don't go to work. Everyone calls out and we shut down the economy. And that is what it's going to take, I think, to really get this kind of change, really make a system that's actually going to support all of us who are out here, all the things we want, because no one wants Trump's attacks. No one wants what Trump is doing. We just need to realize that we have the power to stop it.
Definitely. I mean, one of the things that really made me want to come to this banner and talk to people about this was that thousands cheered so loudly when Mayor Brandon Johnson brought it up earlier. So the mood in this country is very much so, how do we take power? What is that next step? What does that look like? And there is a historical precedent of general strike in the United States. In fact, FDR, everything that FDR passed and all of the gains won by the labor movement, the 8-hour workday, as was mentioned by a guest earlier, and on top of that, the labor movement, 1938, there is so much history in this country of a general strike that ushered in a new era of all the progressive gains we have today. So it's not without precedent in the United States, and I'm curious your perspective on that, and in particular, just this question of why is this different than an Instagram call? I mean, I see that everywhere. People share the idea of general strike online, but what does it mean when we're talking about it in a serious way?
No, that's a great question because there is a real history in this country, like you said, and honestly, a lot of people don't know it, right? We don't get taught in schools about what it has really taken to even get all the gains, all the reforms, things like an 8-hour workday, like Social Security, right? All these things we take for granted, were because people came out and fought and struggled. And if it's happened before, I think that means it can happen again. I think part of that is showing people like, yes, it really can happen here because it has happened here. And there's that hidden history, right? That I think actions like this, a big banner like this, can help to uncover, right? I hope people who see it go home and look up what is a general strike. When did we have general strikes here in the U.S.? And I think, because I've seen them all too on Instagram, you might see people just calling for it. I mean, I think the difference is the moment that we're in right now. I'm not even going to try to estimate the size of this crowd, but certainly tens of thousands, possibly 100,000 out here on the streets. When we're in a moment like this, I feel like what's possible becomes so much more. With our banner, I've heard people are walking by and saying like, oh, what does the banner say? And when I tell them about the general strike, and sometimes I explain what it is, they think for a second, they're like, oh yeah, that is what we need. That is what it's going to take, right? And that is something we can do because, again, we have the power right now. And imagine if all the people who are out here today, right, said, all right, come Monday, I'm not going into work. That would be huge, right? When the people are mobilized, the people are already out in the streets, I think it becomes much more possible to take them to the next level, to the next step, when they realize the necessity, which people increasingly are, right? When we're seeing just the depth of the attacks that are happening trying to roll back all those gains that were won through past struggle, you know, that you were talking about. And they're not going to win. They're not going to do it. This crowd out here is showing why they're not going to do it.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree anymore. Thank you so much. Go catch up with your banner. We are so happy to be out here today. There's actually the CTU Teachers Union is over this way if we want to go see if we can grab somebody really quickly from this contingent. We're not going to have time. There's a lot of booze here happening. Oh, Lord. What's happening over here?
They're arresting that guy.
Looks like they're arresting somebody. Looks like they're arresting somebody here. Oh, wow. Oh.
Let him go! Let him go!
Well, it looks like that was somebody we were actually talking with earlier who mentioned they wanted to get a shot. They were looking to record. So, you know, they're trying to get individual independent press. So the police are certainly out here no different than we see any other day, without a doubt. So we are going to have to wrap our stream right here. We were hoping by this point to be all the way at the end, but we are really, I mean, there's still thousands more. We don't even see the end. So thank you so much. We're going to continue our stream later.
That young man was climbing up on top of the bus stop.
Yes.
He shouldn't have been. That's why.
Okay. Well, either way, we are going to have to stop our stream. So we are going to get to this point now. There are thousands more in the streets. The rain is beginning, but we are going to come back. We're going to be there at Broadview, likely later today. Hopefully, if all things